Vlam 15. He's got a take on Liverpool, so I mean he is a Liverpool fan as well, so bear this in mind when I'm saying this. One tactical move made Liverpool suffer for 70 minutes. Klopp was either too stubborn or too inept to deal with it. Now I've said this about Klopp in the past, and it's regarding kind of where he more like determinedly plays the same players in the same positions without really tweaking stuff. Obviously, fantastic coach. His achievements speak for themselves. He turned Liverpool from, you know, the odd top four challenge into being one of the best teams in Europe for the best part of 5 years. But I do wonder whether he has that Wenger tendency to be so stuck in his own mind that he can only think of one way he wants people to play, and when it doesn't go, when it isn't working, when everything shows that it's not quite working, he just won't try and change it. And it cost him last year. I think it's cost him in the past. I think it's cost him in big games when he's determined to play a certain way or plays in certain positions that aren't performing or the tactic isn't working, and it costs them. What do you think on that? Do you think he has got that kind of stubbornness that can cost his team?
He has, in a way, but in a way I almost also think it's justified given how successful he's been with it in the past. Like, not necessarily this current style of play, or maybe the style of play from the last couple of years, but obviously when he first came in, what he was doing with the whole, gegenpress thing and the heavy metal football was so successful. And I think last season, he probably did go on quite too long before he did make a change. And when he did, seeing what he did with Trent's position and moving him more into like an inverted wing back role, it actually made Liverpool better, and they finished really strong last year. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt based off this weekend, though, just because, I'm sure we'll talk about later, they are missing. Well, they're missing anyone who can play in quite a key position in that game. And I actually do think if they had a competent, not that McAllister was awful, but if they had like a proper out-and-out number 6 in the team, it may have made a difference. No, absolutely not. And I think if they had those options available, even like someone like Bajcetic to bring off the bench, just to sort of tighten things up a little bit, it may have made a bit of a difference. But like I said, I'm sure we'll talk about it later, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt based on that game. But it all does largely depend on what they do now for the rest of the transfer window, I think.